it is nighttime. It is currently 8:55. 5 minutes early to Ellie going down. But, Ellie is asleep right now. She was so tired. We went to a birthday party. It was pretty much her cousin Wyatt's birthday party, and it's like a family friend, his son. It was his birthday today, so she got to go, and she was playing with so many kids I say so many kids her age. She was playing with 2 other girls that were like 3 and 6 months apart from her, and she loved them. She was screaming, and ever since we came home, sorry, I'm trying not to get all the junk in the back, but ever since we came home, she has been trying to walk more. She was standing up alone by herself, but a few times she fell, and I think it kind of scared her, and so she kind of lost her confidence in just standing. So now she has been just focusing on her balance, I guess you could say. But ever since she saw those girls walking around, she's been wanting to walk around too, and so she's been standing up a lot more confidently and trying to do it more. So I don't think she's going to stay in the living room much longer. We're trying to keep her in the living room, not really roaming too much around the house, because I'm trying to do more projects for my Etsy shop and trying to give her her free time and her free play time, but also trying to get some stuff done, because I am starting to get some revenue off of my Etsy. I did one sale, but I do have other forms of sales that I do have going on, such as, you know, in-person sales, and I also have sales on Poshmark, and I think I've sold more on Poshmark than I did Etsy, which is pretty cool. But I do have 1,000 followers on Poshmark, and I only have like 1 admirer on Etsy, and that's my aunt, and I have 1 buyer, and that was, I think, someone locally. I shared my Etsy shop on a marketplace, and somebody actually bought from it, and I was so excited. But I am focusing on my Etsy shop, and I got a new sewing machine. And even though I have a new sewing machine, this is not a sewing machine project. It's actually a serger project. I could make these more of like a Vera Bradley type quilt facial pads, but I already have some circles cut out. This is one of the fabrics that I cut during the holidays and I gave as gifts, but I do put like some towel fabric. I have some washcloths that I got. It's like a $5 set, 6-pack textured washcloth, and they're 100% cotton, and I bought them for like $5 per set, so technically they're like less than $1 per thing, maybe, or maybe they're exactly $1 after taxes. But yeah, I am just cutting up some of these rounds, and I also have, this is more of like a corally color, but I'm figuring some of these fabrics, like, see, to me that looks the same. Those still look pink. They're super soft. They're 100% cotton, so it's really nice. That's what I'm doing, just cutting circles out of these. And out of the material that I have, I also have like other, like it's a whole set, and there's like 2 other ones in between those. So I'm just tracing and cutting them while I watch some YouTube, and then we'll time-lapse the serging. So the things that I use to trace and make a perfect circle, I use these washable colored pencil, quilting pencil things, and they do come off after washing, but also after handling the materials and everything, they rub off very easily, so they're not permanent or anything. I also mark on the wrong side of the material, so you won't see it anyways, but once you wash them, it's off. So if you ever get one and you're like, what's this silver mark, I promise you, me going over them just in case there's no marks, but if you somehow catch one or whatever, trust me, just wash it and it'll go away, or just put some water on it, rub it, and it goes away. But anyways, I also use a jar lid to make the perfect circles, and I'm using scissors to cut the circles. I tried to use a rotary blade and it does not work out. Trust me, do not use a rotary blade. I don't really like using a rotary blade unless I'm making straight lines or, like squares and stuff, perfect shapes. But to make a bunch of like organic type shapes, I rather just use scissors. So let that be a lesson learned for me. But I tried to make it, I tried to make the process easier on me, and it just ended up making it harder. So, yeah. Look how beautiful the deck is. And then you got the floor and the couch of scraps. So, yeah. So, because I couldn't just leave that mess before I went on to my serger, I vacuumed a little bit, picked up the living room, and just made sure that I didn't leave a mess behind, because I'm just that kind of person. I can't leave a mess. I have to clean it up before I move on. So, this is me getting all the pieces together. I only chose a few, like I did just like a few examples of all the different fabrics with all white backing, and then the same 5 different fabrics with all of the pink backing, because I wanted to give y'all options. So on Etsy, y'all will have the options of either the floral, the striped, the pink with white bows, or the white with pink bows, and there's another one in there that I can't remember. Oh, it's pink with white flowers, I think. So you will have different options to pick from and different backings to pick from. So my Etsy link is down below. But as you can see, I am having a little bit of a hard time to even get this project started. I thought my serger was broken there. It would not chain off like it's supposed to. And the whole time it was because, as I'm demonstrating in this video, this is the tension release. And you also push that over so the thread can drop in next to this tension dial to get in between tension discs so that it can properly have the proper tension for those dials to put on to chain it. And it was too loose, so it wouldn't chain, and it wasn't working right, and it took me hours to figure out that it was not properly threaded through the machine, and I just had to keep looking and looking and looking and trying and trying and trying to realize that I did not press it over. So just so y'all know, maybe you need to check your tension thread release and actually put them through. So this is me working on projects and actually finishing up, and I ended up working on a separate project, and I show y'all the next few facial rounds that I did. I did some without a towel backing, and I made them out of fleece, because I saw that fleece facial rounds, after you use it a couple of times, it actually becomes more absorbent. And I had some fleece in my closet, and I was like, why not add that to the collection? So I did a green fleece, 2 different cheetah prints, one being a regular cheetah print and one being a black and white cheetah print. I did paw print and Valentine's Day print. So if y'all need a quick little present, again, my Etsy link is down below, and I just been trying to get more facial rounds out there. If you see a theme, it's like a home theme to my Etsy shop, to where I do dishcloths and facial rounds, and I added some clothing such as like cardigans and sweaters and beanies. So if y'all want to get in on that, oh, and scarves. So if y'all want to get in on that, go ahead and do that, especially right now. Winter clothes, they do take a while, because I do meticulously, doing sweaters and cardigans, you have to use a smaller hook and more yarn, so it takes a lot longer, because, you want a warm sweater. You don't want a loose knit sweater. You want a tight knit sweater. So I do have those on my Etsy, and I would order them now so y'all can get them in by next winter, because I feel like it's starting to get into the spring era of this year. So we're not going to be wearing sweaters. So might as well work on sweaters during the summer and spring and summer, so that you can have your sweaters by fall. And I'm only a made to order Etsy shop. If I had enough money and more time, I would have pre-made sweaters and stuff, but I feel like that's a waste of yarn and time, to be honest. So I rather do made to order, but it only takes me about a month or two to make these sweaters. So if you're in a area that's pretty much always cold, I will gladly, make those a lot faster. So always message me for custom orders. I am always up for that. So now let's move on to my next project. This was a little quick one. I had some crop tops from Shein, and the chart said for me to get like a double XL on these crop tops, and it turns out I probably should have just gotten a medium because they're super stretchy, and there was just no point in me having these super baggy crop tops, and this material was so stretchy I had to take about 2 to 3 inches. Well, I say 2 to 3 inches. It was like 1 inch, but once you cut off the pieces, they're like 2 to 3 inches. And I just took off tops of the straps and took off in the middle of the back. I realized it fits. I'm about to show y'all. But I put the seams. I did it inside out. So like this is the middle of the bag. This is the right side, and I am showing y'all that that's the middle. And we don't want to flap. So I'm gonna have to undo it and redo it. And then took off the straps. So, okay. So that was me showing where I had previously hand sewn, where I put the seams, and this is me taking out those hand sewed in pieces. And then I go through it with the sewing machine, and I just cut off the excess material. But of course I try it on before I just start cutting stuff off, because you can never add material. You can take off material, but you can never add. So that's what I did. And I love this machine. I actually got this from a friend. She saw that I was hand quilting stuff, and she's like, well, I have a machine if you want to buy it off me. And so I bought it because it was only $80, and I have not regretted it since. So see, this just fits a lot better. I feel more confident, and I saved money not having to get rid of something because it was too baggy on me. So I suggest, if you're a mom and you need to save some money, get a sewing machine, learn how to sew, learn how to use it, and, just completely change your wardrobe and not have to get rid of stuff just because it don't fit. So thank you for watching, and have a nice day.